Kirsten has secretly been waiting for this segment all week because it's that, you know, that laugh. It's that time when Geraldo Rivera visits
the laugh
the studio.
of incredulity.
Welcome here, Geraldo.
Thank you, Judge.
It's a lot nicer environment here when Kirsten's here and Kilmeade is out with the Super Bowl.
It's definitely easier on the eyes. And plus, I don't want to belittle her astute political analysis.
Well, now, a lot of people have been weighing in on endorsements this week. Do you have something to say in this respect?
Well, I think that, first of all, John McCain's triumph so far is the triumph of the decency wing of the Republican Party. He has proven beyond a doubt that anti-immigration extremism is a losing issue. Where is Tom Tancredo? Where is Duncan Hunter? Mike Huckabee was soaring until he hired the Minuteman guy as his chief sidekick. Romney also went to Florida, and the most reliably conservative Republican electorate in Florida, the Cubans, absolutely rejected him. I think that the job for Mitt Romney is commissioner of baseball. I think he would be a terrific commissioner of baseball. It's in line with his experience at the Olympics, his business acumen. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. He's never taken a position on steroids that he can flip-flop on. I think it's a perfect way for him to go on to the
what do you think
new
about
life.
What do you think about the fact that McCain has said he wouldn't even vote for his own immigration bill now? I mean, what do you think he would actually do when he's in office? Do you think he's pandering?
Well, let me just say that the great sidekick for John McCain, the vice presidential choice of the Republican Party, should be Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice.
Oh, that's
I think she's a genius. She's a public servant. It would totally mute the race issue. It would steal the Democrats' thunder. It would ensure for the American people that history will be accomplished regardless of which side wins. I would be honored to vote for either of those two tickets, and it would come down to nuances like what you just suggested about is John McCain going to back off on immigration? I do not believe so. He's a border state senator. He was a co-sponsor of Bush's brilliant immigration reform package. And I think that once the country realizes that the vast majority of us understand our immigrant tradition and understand how these extremists have led us astray, how the Michelle Malkin, Lou Dobbs, Tom Tancredo wing of the Republican Party were leading them to ruin. And I really do believe that, the voters have demonstrated forever that this kind of rabble-rousing nativism won't succeed.
It's funny you should say Michelle Malkin, because the next time I see John McCain or talk to him, and he may be on with us soon, I'm going to congratulate him on being a Geraldo Rivera Republican.
Exactly. I said before I would be honored to vote for him. I think he's a magnificent man. I don't agree on all of his social issues, but I don't agree with a lot of my friends on certain social issues.
But it's not just Michelle. I mean, there's Rush Limbaugh is leading the charge against him. I mean, how much do you think that's going to hurt him?
Well, I think that first of all, I think that extremism works on talk radio and it works on cable news sometimes. It doesn't work at the electorate. And I also believe that what you might be seeing is the beginning of an end of the influence of the far right on the Republican Party. I think it is eroding. I think that they have been running scared from the Rush Limbaugh, a tremendously effective broadcaster who can bring a hammer down on anybody. Michelle Malkin, much less so, but she's one of the acolytes. Laura Ingraham, another one. You should, in person or on television, she's very reasonable. She get on a radio show, and man, I debated her on immigration. I said, wow, the microphone was on fire.
Are you worried at all about the dark side of John McCain? Like calling all North Vietnamese gooks and saying I hate them and refusing to apologize.
If someone had me in torture for 5 years and hosted me,
Geraldo, you can't defend that. Come on, you can't defend that.
Does that bother you about him? Because you're very sensitive.
I don't like name calling, and I don't believe that truly reflects the senator's position. And, he's had a kind of track record in his personal life that, sometimes you get beat up enough. It does have an altering effect, but I think he's a reasonable man. He loses his temper once in a while, so do I.
Here's the question.
I don't think he's going to push a button. I think that will be the Democrats', way to attack him. I have no doubt, but that they're going to try and tweak him at every debate. They're going to try and push him into having a flare-up. But I think that he's totally capable of being the commander-in-chief. The military loves him. I love the military, and I'm taking their advice.
It's February 1st. let's pretend it's November 1st. Who are you voting for? John McCain or Hillary Clinton?
Well, as I suggested, it has a lot to do with who the running mates are and their positions on the issues that are nearest and dearest. Let me say this: if he chooses somebody like Mike Huckabee in the vice presidency, I will not vote for John McCain. This is my litmus test. This is my abortion issue. Any Spanish person, I want to say this very clearly, any Spanish person who votes for an anti-immigration extremist is an Uncle Tom.
What do you think of the standard wisdom? McCain needs to go to his right for the nominee.
I think the right's going to be there.
Conservative who's
Hillary Clinton is going to
reasonable on immigration?
I don't know. I haven't really reflected on it.
Tom Ridge or somebody like that.
I guess Tom Ridge would be
Catholic.
I don't have a problem with that. If I were running the GOP, I would suggest to you that the right is going to vote GOP regardless of who the second candidate is, or even whether it's John McCain or Mitt Romney. So deep is the antipathy toward Hillary Clinton. My sense is that Hillary Clinton is going to win everything but the old Confederacy on the Democratic side. That's the reality. Latinos will vote overwhelmingly for the Clintons. I can tell you the community that I know best is going to vote for Hillary Clinton over Barack Obama by 2-1. Maybe 3-1. There's just not enough African Americans or young people to make the difference.
Conversation, imagination. It's Brian and the Judge.